Hello Year 4, I hope you all had a lovely weekend. Now I want you to get your pencils and your papers out and write down the long date, Monday 6th of July 2020, and the LI to edit sentences. Great job everyone. So now we have our spelling test. I hope you've all practiced your words. So let's get started. The first word is caught. I caught a ball in my hand. Caught. Center. The core is at the center of Earth. Center. Century. There is 100 years in a century. Century. Certain. I am certain that my name is Miss Boreham. Certain. Circle. A circle is a 2D shape. Circle. Excellent job everyone. Now I'm going to read out the words one more time, so make sure you've written it all down correctly. Court, center, century, certain, circle. Now let's go through the answers. So I want you to pause this section and check that your spellings are correct, and if you got any wrong, you can write it out a few times so that you can practice it. Now let's see what the spellings for next week are, and remember you can always use a dictionary to find the definitions of the words over here. So woman, woman, occasionally, quarter, various. So you can take your time and write these down so that you can practice it throughout the week. Okay, so now can you help Mr. Whoops fix these sentences? You need to spot his mistakes and write the sentences correctly on your papers. So as this is a spelling, punctuation and grammar lesson, you need to watch out for mistakes with his spelling, grammar and punctuation. So make sure you're concentrating. Let's get started. For the first sentence, I am disappointed because I forgot to bring my library book to school. Now take a close look and try to see how many mistakes you can spot. So take your time with this, and can you correct all of his mistakes? Excellent, so I hope you took your time to do that. Now let's go through the answers. So we needed a capital letter at the beginning of a sentence. Am was correct. Disappointed, this was the correct spelling, so 1 S and 2 P's, because he wrote because in short form, but this is how you spell because. And I've forgotten, so remember the apostrophe here because it stands for I have forgotten. This is the spelling 2. Now the spelling over there for 2 was TWO, and that is number 2, but in this sentence we're not talking about the number 2. And remember 2 is a homophone because it's spelled differently, but it sounds the same and it has different meanings. So I hope you all spotted this too as well. Bring my library. This is the correct spelling. So all the ones in purple are where the words were either spelt wrong or it had the wrong punctuation or grammar. And to school, and at the end have a full stop. So did you manage to correct all of the mistakes? If not, you can use your purple pen and do this now. Excellent. Let's go through the next sentence. So is you certain that you've spent enough time at Intermarket? So what do you think this sentence is trying to say? So pause this section and see if you can correct it. Well done. Let's go through the answers. So, are you certain that you've spent enough time at the supermarket? And at the end, you need a question mark because this is a question. It's asking you something, so that means you'll have a response to it. So, from this sentence, which mistake was the trickiest to spot for you? You can write it down and take a picture and show me. Excellent. Let's go through the next sentence. Young children are usually immature and can misbehave a lot, said my friend. So now let's see if you can correct all of Mr. Whoops' mistake. Let's go through the answers. So this is a speech. Young children are usually immature and can misbehave a lot, said my friend. And we know this is speech because over here it said my friend, so we know someone is talking, and for speech we always add inverted commas. So well done if you did that, and then after a lot you need to have a comma inside the inverted commas, said my friend. So which mistake was the hardest to correct in this sentence? You can write it down. Next sentence. It is important to read the information on the baby's medicine bottle carefully so that she gets better. So obviously that does not sound correct. Now you can try to read it again loudly to yourself to see what the sentence is trying to say. Excellent. Let's go through the answers. It is important to, and once again this to is T-O. It's not T-W-O because we're not talking about the number 2. Read the information on the baby's medicine. So over here, babies, B-A-B-Y apostrophe S, medicine. What example is this? We went through this lesson. So if you recall, this is the possessive S because the baby's medicine means the medicine of the baby. Well done if you got that correct. Bottle carefully so that she gets better. So did any of the mistakes trip you up? Did any of them confuse you? You can write it down. And the next sentence, you can read it out loudly to yourselves. So pause this section and read it out loudly. Once you've done that, you can unpause it and I'll read it out for you. I didn't touch him's backpack. I has an backpack of me own, protested Sam. So now I want you to take a close look at this sentence because there's quite a few mistakes and there's 2 separate sentences over here, so you need to really concentrate. So the sentence should read, I didn't touch his backpack. I have a backpack of my own, protested Sam. So over here, Sam is speaking, so this is an example of a speech, so that means there must be inverted commas. So didn't over here stands for did not. So which mistake was the hardest to correct for you? And remember, this any punctuations, there's full stop, comma, or exclamation mark, or question mark will always go before the inverted commas. It wouldn't come outside. That would be incorrect. So now we've finished. So I hope you all enjoyed that activity. It's kind of like a little quiz. So for your task, this is the 1-star activity. You need to fix the sentences below. So this will all be uploaded on a Year 4 online learning platform. And when you're done with that, you can also mark your answers because the answers are there in the document. So make sure you do your activities and then mark it with a purple pen or any color pen that you may have. And once you've marked it, then you can send it over to the Year 14. So over here, the girl throwed the ball. What mistake can you spot in this sentence? So you have to write the correct sentence on this line. So remember your capital letters, any punctuation marks. Sometimes there could be for example, a exclamation mark or question mark, and that sentence might not require a question mark. So you need to read out carefully and make sure you write it down. So that is for the 1-star activity. Now for your 2-star activity, you have this worksheet to write the correct sentence underneath by adding in capital letters, full stops, and question marks. So I expect most of you to do the 2-star activity and the 3-star activity. I'm sure that most of you are confident enough, but only do the 1-star activity if you need extra support and if you're not so confident. So you know yourselves best. But if you know that you can do the 2-star activity and the 3-star activity, then please start with those. This is a 2-star activity and the 3-star activity. So write the correct sentence underneath by adding in capital letters, full stops, question marks, and inverted commas. So that's the additions, question mark and inverted commas. So once again, these are all on our website, and once you're done, you can send your work over to year 4 at grange.harrow.sch.uk. And just a reminder that we do not have any lessons tomorrow on Tuesday, 7th of July. So I'll see you next on Wednesday, because tomorrow is sports day. So your adults should have received an email with information on what will be taking place tomorrow. So there's 2 documents that were sent over. One of the documents with some activities that you can do either at home or outside, some exercises. And also you can get people to sponsor you, so give you some money to complete certain activities, and the money that you'll raise will go towards new books for our school. So, and whoever raises the most money for our school will be getting a prize. So if you didn't receive that email, then please email the year 14 so that we can send that documents over. But most of you all should have received the email. So I hope you all have a fantastic day tomorrow, and see you on Wednesday.